Hey guys, I thought I'd do a quick tutorial on how to read tab. This is something which I know that a lot of people need some help with. Perhaps you haven't had a musical background and you've learnt to read notation, so something that looks a little bit like this. Okay, if this is really confusing for you, let me show you how it works. I'm just going to slow it down and use Guitar Pro, which is a program that I use to write tablature. Just so you can kind of see how it all works. Okay, so we have our 4 lines. Now they're your strings, and it says tab at the beginning. So tab is just a way that we can write where to put your fingers on the strings, okay? This is a mirror image of the stave or the staff, which is at the top. So you'll notice that up here it has 5 lines, but here we have 4. Now if this was guitar tablature, we would have 6 lines because we've got 6 strings on a guitar. For a ukulele or a bass, we have got 4 lines because we've got 4 strings. Now often we can have, in the music, we will have the tuning. Now this will tell us, if I actually pop the tuning in here, now we can see the different strings. So they'll say first string is A, second is E, third is C, and fourth is G. So this is just our G, C, E, A tuning, which is our standard tuning. If it was, say, a bass guitar, that would be a little bit different. We'd have E, A, D, and G. Okay, so that's how you'd know if it's a bass or a ukulele. Usually though, if you found ukulele tab, this is it. Okay, so now we're going to have the frets. So if I type the number 3 in here, this is going to give me fret number 3 on the first string. If I type the number 2, I've got now the fret on the second string. On the second fret. So let me show you what that means. So if I'm holding my uke here and I'm going to play 3rd fret on the first string. So this is the one near the floor, and there was a really good tip about thinking of it like a building where you've got 1st floor, 2nd floor, 3rd floor, and 3rd and 4th as we're coming from the bottom up. So 3rd fret, number 3 is the number on the line, and the string is the one near the floor. So when we look at this, you might be looking at it and going, well, that's, if I'm looking at a ukulele like this, which you are looking through the computer or on your phone, this is the top string. And so you think, well, it should be the top line, but it isn't. It's what we look at when we look at it ourselves. We look at it this way. So now when I'm playing that note, it is on the 3rd fret on the top line, which happens to be, if I hold it the right way around, the bottom string. Okay, so that's a little bit of a mind shift. So if you're seeing it backwards, that's totally normal. So we want to make sure that when we're looking at this line here on the very top, it is our first string, which is for us on the bottom. Okay, so the numbers are the frets and the lines are the strings. Now let's have a go. I'm just going to put 0. 0 means no fingers. Okay, so zero fingers. It's an open string. Just that bottom string is being played. Now if I wanted to I want to show you how timing works, okay, on notation and in tablature. One of the biggest problems with tablature is it doesn't have the timing unless you're using a really good system like this, which does put the timing on there. So say if we have a 4-beat note, so this is 4 beats in a bar. I've got what we call a time signature, and we take this top number. Okay, the bottom number, it gets a little bit complicated, more complicated than I'm going to go through in this video. But just have a look at the top number. It's a number 4. What that means is we're going to have 4 beats in this section, which is called a bar. A 4-beat note looks like an egg. Okay, it's big and fat. It holds a whole bunch of information. It's got 4 beats. Then if I wanted to have a 2-beat note, I would click over here, and I have now got a note which is like a big fat egg, and it has got a tail on it. So this makes it 2 beats. So for this particular bar, I would need to put two beat notes in it to add up to 4. So 2 beats and another 2 beats. Let's have a look at this bar. Let's go down to 1 beat. So if I put let me just tidy this up so it's looking a bit nicer. So if we've got these black notes now with a tail, they are worth 1 beat each. Let's get smaller again. So I'm going to now I'm just going to turn this down so it's not so loud as I'm typing it in. I'm going to put a half beats. Now notice when I'm typing along here, first of all, the note has a little squiggly tail, and then if I put another one next to it, it joins together. This is really just so it looks more appealing to our eyes and the music doesn't look really messy. It's so we can kind of at a glance see that we've got two, together they make 1 beat, okay? They're sort of joining it. It makes it easier for us to read as musicians as we're playing. So we've got their half beats, and I'm going to show you how we're going to count all of this in a minute. We can go smaller, okay? This is crazy. This gets really fast. So see now how we've got 2 little tails, and as we're joining them together, they're barring together to make a whole beat. So now I've got 4 all joined together with these double bars, okay? Now that's quick, okay? That's a really fast bar. We can go faster again, and this gets stupid, okay? This would be really hard to play. So I'm going to show you what this sounds like in a minute, because this system will actually play it for us. Okay, let's just take that one out. So now we have got this broken down into what the timing looks like. So if I start to play this, I'm going to turn this up so we can hear. The first one is 4 beats, then we have 2 beats, 1 beat, half a beat, quarter beats, and we're getting really stupid down through here, okay? We're sort of really we're halving it each time. We're coming down, down, down. All right, so let's play this. That was fast, okay? You can see how fast that was at the end. I think if you're going to be, I don't know, in a club and the beat's going to drop and you're sort of writing music like that, then you would use that. But look, let's just get rid of it because it's not needed for us with ukulele at the moment. I'm just going to delete that bar out of there. Okay, so when we're seeing these written like this above tablature, it's awesome because we can kind of see the timing of it. But what if we didn't have this notation? And often we don't. So if I take the notation out, then we often have something that looks like this. So this is the same as this, okay, but I've taken the notation out now, which is what you would use if you were playing piano or violin or guitar or singing or anything like that. This is only for ukulele, okay? It's not going to give us all of the information that we need, okay? It's a little bit of a downside to tab. So as we look here, you've got these that are kind of encompassed in a circle. That would mean 4 beats. Then we have the circle again, and we've got this little half line, okay? So it's half of a whole note. These big long lines are 1 beat, and then joined together they're half beats, and then we've got our quarter beats down through here. Now that's one way that you might see the tab. However, if I change the style sheet over here, where is it? Notation, display a circle around. Okay, I don't actually like the circles around, they distract me. I think it looks messy. So I can take it off. So often you'll see it looking like this. So if you've got tablature and you've got these little half lines, they'll mean a 2-beat note. And if you've got a big long line, these are the tails, okay, of the notes. That would be 1 beat, and then these are your half beats and things through here, and then these are quick. So the way we would count this, if we had these are all just the open strings on the bottom, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4 for the first bar. The second bar was 2 2-beat notes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we had them on each beat. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we're going into the half notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then if we're going to put it even faster, we need to go into 1E and a 2E and a 3E and a 4E and a, or ducka 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 ducka. Okay, sometimes that's easier to say ducka ducka than 1E and a. Up to you. Depends how often you say 1E and a. So that's really cool. Now let me show you another thing that's really common, and that's a triplet. So say if we have 3 notes. Oh, I've got to turn this down. Hang on. It's just too noisy as I type it in. So I could have these 3 and I can pop it together like this. Now when we do this, it's making 1 beat broken into 3. So instead of going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, which is what this would be, okay, you might look at this and go, well, it looks the same, but it's actually got this little 3 up the top. So what that means is we count it 1 and a, 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. So if I filled the bar with, I'm going to have to, I could have copied and pasted it, but I'm holding my uke at the same time. Let me see if I can just copy it. Hang on. Pop this down. Makes it faster. Okay, so now let's have a listen to what this sounds like as a triplet. So you notice it was 1 and a, 2 and a, 3 and a, 4 and a. It was broken into those little triplets. So that's how you would read timing for tablature. If we took that away, right, the notation, then we have got them with the little bar and the 3 underneath it. So I'll do some more videos like this, and we'll go through how to kind of decode all of this stuff and what the ties mean and what happens when numbers all are above each other and things. So if you like this sort of video, make sure you're in Ukulele Jam with Alison, which is my free Facebook group, or Ukulele Club, which will be opening in a few months' time. We've got some people in there. It's just doors are shut at the moment, but we'll be, I'll do more tips and tutorials like this one to help you out with your tab reading. Okay, hope that helped. I'll catch you soon. Bye.